Welcome to Daily Conversation. This is Mr. K.
This is Eric.
Yeah, today is the 21st of September 2021 and the time now is 6:16 a.m. Well, today our topic is what is your most treasured memory? All right, so before we get started, please click the like button and subscribe to our YouTube channel. All right, so here we go. Okay, so for me, the most treasured memory, um, I think um, it was not a single experience. It wasn't a single event, and I have a few, but I think maybe all of those treasure memory. I mean, the most treasure memory relate to my family. Okay, so when I was young, uh, my my father work um, uh, is very busy. Yeah, he was very busy at work, and for my mom, she was a housewife, so she has a lot of things to do, and basically the house chores, and then we have four siblings, so that yeah, my mother was also very busy. Yeah, as a result, we didn't often uh, go out. Yeah, we basically just stay at home every day, go to school. Yeah, the day seems like every day is school, home. Yeah, and then even during weekend, we still stay at home. Yeah, we seldom go out. Yep, and then I think maybe this is the reason because we didn't go out so often. So whenever we have the chance to go somewhere else, especially all of us, we um, we sit in a car, and then six of us in a car, and then it was a little bit crowded, and but I still think it is a good memory to me. Yeah, and then actually, I enjoy going shopping with my family, even when this is even I think this is just a a normal thing. It is nothing special. And then I still can remember when I was young. Sometimes we went shopping, and then uh, there is a shopping called Carrefour. I don't know whether you hear it before. Carrefour or Carrefour, I'm not sure the pronunciation. And yeah, we went there maybe every few months, and then I actually enjoy going there because um, yeah, maybe it's just uh, I didn't go to there very often. Yep, and then after a few years, I remember that this shopping mall actually uh, uh, go down. I mean, close down. And so after that, we didn't go to this shopping mall. And what where we go to, I think is the two places. One is the at that time we called Jasco. Yeah, and after that, today it is called Aeon. Yeah, it was bought by another company, and the name changed. And then the other one is the giant shopping mall in Planton in Johor Jaya. Yeah, these two are the places that uh, I and my family used to go, and I enjoy every time going to shopping with my family. And then yeah, this is one. And then some other treasure memory of mine is I also enjoy every year we went back to uh, our grandparents' house. Yeah, and then yeah, for this one, we almost went back every year. Sometimes we went back only during Chinese New Year, and sometimes we maybe went there during school holiday. Yep, and then yeah, talk about our hometown. I remember that there's one time my grandfather wanted to uh, wanted to cook a chicken. Yeah, and then but you know, in the hometown, they basically they breed the chicken, and then so that they it is not a chicken buying from the from the market. It is the chicken they breed, and then before they want to cook it, they need to go to kind of to catch the chicken, and then to kill it. Yeah, and then to clean it before we can cook. And at that time, I was quite young. I was like uh, 9 or 10, I'm not sure. And at that time, because in the hometown we basically had nothing to do. I mean, we didn't have computer, and at that time our phone is just those very um, uh, basic phone like Nokia 3310. So we have got nothing to play, no games, and then basically just we like to play running and chasing each other's. Yeah, because my grandparents' house also has got some space um, outside. And then I remember one time we were playing outside the house, and then my grandfather was catching a chicken, and then but the chicken seems like uh, keep wanting to escape, and then but he managed to hold and grab the chicken's leg, and then it seems like he want to catch one another. And then at that time, I remember that my grandfather uh, asked us to come and help him. Yeah, and then you know, when I was young, when we were young, I don't know, we just afraid chicken because the chicken, it seems like it's not staying quiet. It is
Run like
um,
just
yeah,
just like a cockroach.
yeah, yeah, yeah. And then maybe we afraid of this, and also maybe we are afraid of maybe we think it is dirty or what. And then we also afraid of the chicken will shit when you catch it. Yeah, so we basically we just stood there, and then we dare not just run away because our grandparents was quite serious, and then but we didn't dare to go and help him. And yeah, after that we all was scolded by grandfather. Yeah, and but until today I still think this is so interesting. I still remember um, the image of my grandfather's catching the chicken, and then still remember we were scolded. Yeah, this is a very good memory. And then yeah, I think before my grandmother passed away, every time we went back to our grandparents' house, um, it was a very happy thing. Yeah, everybody was happy, and also my aunt and her family, and also my uncle and his family. We all we went back, would go back to our grandparents' house during Chinese New Year, and then we had the chance to play together. Yeah, but after my grandmother passed away, it seems like we didn't had such a big gathering from that time. Yeah, and actually, my grandmother is um, I think is uh, the person that um uh, the person that has the influence to get every of us to come back and gather during Chinese New Year. And my grandfather he seldom talk, and then also I don't know why after my grandmother's passed away, and even though we still went back, but we didn't like stay. Previously, we basically stay 2 or 3 days in in their house, and after that, we seems like stay just maybe uh, uh, a half day or a night, yeah, something like that. And sometimes uh, we didn't didn't really gather. For example, maybe we went back on Monday, and then my aunt went back on Wednesday. So maybe we don't have the chance to meet each others also. Yeah, and then also I still remember sometimes when we went back to hometown, and then we need to also uh, go to the shopping mall by car. Yeah, and then with our grandparents. Yeah, I also enjoy the moment going shopping with grandfather and grandmother. And the shopping mall is kind of 20 minutes route, 20 minutes distance from my grandparents' house. So at that place, the shopping mall is not so modern as in Johor Bahru. That is a place called Mersing. Yeah, and even though we still enjoy, and then I remember one time we went to Mersing quite late. It's around 8 p.m. Yeah, we started from our grandparent house and then went to Mersing, and then it take like 20 minutes to half an hour times to arrive at Mersing city. And then I remember that at that time we saw that actually at night it was uh, quite busy at the street, and then there's got a lot of people, and then has got people selling things. It seems like a night market, and then we just drive around in the car, and yeah, at that time I remember that I was very happy, and then we also stopped down and then to buy satay, and then that was delicious. Yep, and I think this is also one part of my treasure memory. And then last before and yeah, also because we seldom go out, yeah, in the past. And I still remember the first time I went out with my family, and then we went to the cinema. And then I still remember the first movie, which called The Day After Tomorrow. The movie was about some natural disaster. Yes, and then I remember that there was a lot of snow, and then there's got storm. Yeah, basically at that time I was too young to understand the movie, and especially when the movie was in English. And but what I remember that all of us together with my family, it was unusual, yeah, because all of us, uh, my parents and all of my siblings, we went to the cinema together. We sit together, and then I still remember that the theater is it was very cold, yeah, and that was a rainy day, yeah, and the movie was long at that time for me. I feel like the movie was long, and then I think I only enjoy if say the movie, I only enjoy those effects, special effects, and then the sound and the the video, yeah, all that, and I don't actually understand the whole movie, the whole story. Yep, and then before this conversation, I asked my brother, yeah, because I don't know whether that was the first time we went to the cinema, and I asked him, do you remember what is the first movie that we watched together uh, with all of our family members? And yeah, I get it correct. Yeah, this is the first, and my younger brother also remembered that this was the movie, and he told me that he also didn't understand the story of the movie. Yeah, but he remembered uh, the title of the movie, and also remember the time we went to the cinema. Yep. So I think yeah, these are my most treasured memory. Yep.
Okay, I think yeah, the first thing is I have to say our most precious memory could change time to time. And at this current moment, what I can think of is the memory that I was at A level. Yeah, and at that times, mm, uh, I have I have a part-time job, and then yeah, actually my boss treat me very very well,
Yeah.
and some of the nights after we finish the work, and my boss will bring me uh go to go to some restaurant, yeah, or some mama,
Mm.
and to eat some delicious food, yeah,
Yeah.
and he had quite a lot of experience in exploring the delicious food. So
Mm.
following him is kind of like um very uh very safe, or very, I mean, you don't need to worry about that. Yeah.
Mm.
So
Yeah.
you don't need to worry about that. And then because you know that he definitely will bring you to a place that have a delicious food. Mm.
Mm. Yeah.
Yeah,
Like the
and
tour guide, right?
yeah.
The
Mm.
feeling of tour guide.
Yeah, and the best thing is also uh he'll treat me so I don't need to pay the money.
Yeah.
Mm. And also beside of working, and when I was in the school, I also I also meet a lot of best friends. Yeah, and and we studied together, and we play the table tennis together. We also will talk about our ambitions. We also will discuss some business idea
Mm.
together. We also, and one of my friends, he likes singing, and I also like singing. Yeah, so uh, but I'm not there to go to the KTV.
Mm.
And I always want to find a person that like to sing, and then we can go and then we can go KTV. Mm. And then yeah, so when I was in A level, this is the first time and also the first year I went to KTV. I most often, like in a years, maybe like actually it's not that it's also not that frequently, maybe like 4 to 5 times
Yeah.
in a year. Mm. And in when I was in A level, I also read a lot of book. Yeah, and I I won't say when I was in when I was in A level I'm smart, I'm intelligent, and actually uh I'm not smart at that time, and also my mind is very very simple, and I always apply the quote unquote one way thinking
Mm.
on on many aspects. Yeah. I work hard, I study hard, and then yeah, I work hard because I think, yeah, by working so I can earn the money. So after I earn the money, I can save. Yeah, and at that time, my income per month is like 700. Yeah, it's around 700 ringgit. So
Yeah.
I learned a lot of money management theory technique, like separate your money into seven
Mm.
categories. The first category is like the living cost, and then we have like improvement, self-improvement. We have like investing. We have like
Mm.
donations. We have
Yeah.
like uh traveling.
Entertainment.
Yeah, entertainment, traveling. Mm. And I follow it, and
Mhm.
yeah, and you can imagine you only have 700, and then if you split into seven category,
Yeah.
and the money become less and lesser.
Mm.
Mm.
100 each.
Yeah, no. There's there's a certain percentage. For example, the donation you just take 5%. Mm.
Oh, I see.
So some others is like 15%. Uh, for example, like the living cost, if I'm not wrong, is around 35%. Mm.
Mm.
Yeah, and yeah. So at that time, I work hard and I save money and I study hard because I think by doing that I can learn more things, and after I learn more things, I can earn more money. Yeah, and I learned a lot of things. I learned investing, yeah, and I learned a lot of like money management technique. I learned a lot of business, yeah, business strategy, management, like marketing. Yeah, so I keep learning.
Mm.
Yeah, uh, but actually at that time none of them generate help me to generate the income. So and also at that time, because of the one-way thinking, I couldn't think any other way to make money or uh, to like uh, work more efficient, join another industry or study something uh, maybe can generate money, generate income,
Yeah.
yeah, or find some mm, or find some other job that can uh, that can generate you the passive income. Yeah, I didn't try them. Yeah, but even though like that, I still think at that time, uh, the memory is very very good. Yeah, it is I couldn't say the most because the most treasure memory can change time to time,
Mm.
and it
Yeah.
can affect it can affect by your current environment, by your current thinking. Yeah, maybe tomorrow you have another thinking, so this no longer your quote unquote most precious memory, but it
Yeah.
definitely is one of my most precious memory.
Mm.
Hmm. And uh, with without this experience, yeah, without this starting, uh, I couldn't uh, uh I couldn't I couldn't like um, uh, invest. Yeah, I couldn't have my current investing methods, my current investing mindset. So everything need a start.
Mm.
Yeah, just like the working and then the study, everything need accumulation. So
Yeah.
initially, uh, we may we may fall into the one way thinking. Yeah, especially for me. Yeah, when I start the thing, I always fall into the trap, which is the one way thinking.
Mm.
I think I do this and then I will get a reward. Yeah, but actually there's a lot of factors that affect your reward. Mm. And sometimes you cannot just do one thing. Yeah. So yeah, and one of another example, which is uh let's say about the business idea,
Mm.
about the ambition, and okay, I talk about the business idea first. And I remember, uh, I I learned the business idea uh, from one of from the from one of the course that I attend, and then the lecturer share us one business idea, and then he give us he give he give us a scenario. What if uh what if let's say you go traveling like within the Malaysia, so and you lose all your money, and then you lose all your luggage, and then you need to survive.
Yeah.
And then how can you earn the income? So that means you don't have the certificate, and you don't have any person that you familiar, that you know.
Mhm.
You don't
Yeah.
have any friends in that cities. And how can you start from zero, just with your hand? Yeah. And the lecturer give us an idea. Yeah. First, you can go to restaurant and say you want to work for them. You can say your situation, and then uh you don't need money. Yeah, you just want the food, and you just want to have a place to live, to stay. Yeah, so at
Yeah.
that so by doing that, yeah, you solve you solve the accommodation problem, you solve the food problem. Yeah, and uh but if you go to the restaurant, they won't like hire you. Mm, because they couldn't believe you if you directly go and talk to them, and then you also couldn't meet the person who are able to make the decision, who are able to make the decision, for example, the supervisor and the manager.
Mm. Yeah.
And most of the time you go to restaurant, you can only see the person who cannot make decision.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yep.
And but what you can do is you just directly go to restaurants, and then you just do the work. Yeah, you don't need to care uh other people thinking. Uh you just go you just ask the customer on the table what you want to eat, so they definitely will think you are the waiter or waitress. Yeah.
Mm.
And then after they say what they want to eat, and then you go to counter and then you tell, yeah, table egg, want to order this, and you can grab some clothes, some wood, sorry yeah some clothes, and then go wipe the table,
Mm.
go sort the chair. Yeah. and and help to take the meal, to
Yeah.
the table, and and maybe you can try to help to collect the money. Yeah.
Mm.
So if you're doing like this, the first you let the restaurant know that uh, you can do the task. Yeah, and you are willing to do the task, so it can increase the trust. So it will increase it can increase the chance that you get the job.
Mm.
Mm. And the second business idea is like and second business idea is, yeah, you can go to the business street, mm, and then you can help other people wash the car, and you don't need to get their consent. You just help them to wash the car. Then when they need to have a lunch, they comes out, and then they see, and then they see their car is very uh have been washed, and you ask them to give you money. And of course not many people will give you money, but at least some of them will give you money, so you just start from that. mm.
Mm.
But after
Yeah.
I share this, especially the car washing business idea, I shared to my friend when I was in A level, and then my friend said, yeah, this is a good idea. mm. Yeah, but after thinking a few minutes, and he say, yeah, how do you get the water?
Mm.
Yeah, so then I couldn't answer. Yeah, because
Yeah.
you need to help people wash the car, you need to get the water, and
Mm.
then you couldn't get the water for free, and especially in the business street.
Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, so at that time, yeah, even though I learned a lot of things, even though mm, I try hard, I study hard, but I have a one-way thinking, and and also I didn't kind of like use my critical thinking to question the the thing that I learned. So I just like the machines that receive the information. Yeah, keep receiving the information and without processing.
Mm.
Yeah, but everyone um we need a starting. Yeah, I would
Mm.
say we need a starting.
Yeah.
And why this is so precious? Um, yeah, because if you look back, if you look back uh to to that period, and without it, yeah, without it, you couldn't form your mindset, you couldn't form your thinking nowadays. Yeah, so this is quite precious,
Mm.
and yeah, and you appreciate that you have that you have experienced that kind of moment, that kind
Yeah.
of yeah. And another example is the ambitions. And at the time, yeah, we will say, yeah, we want to earn a lot of money, we want to create a great business, and we want to become entrepreneurs, and we want to like work together, we want to
Mm.
create a great company. Mm. Yeah, but we just talk. Yeah, we didn't take actions. Uh,
Mm.
and but one of the important thing is this is the Stockdale paradox. You still need to keep the hope. Yeah, some people over time, some people lose their hope. Yeah, but uh, because they need to face the reality. Just like what we learned in Atomic Habits, initially you have the expectation solely based on your imagination,
Mm. Yeah.
and then after some time, uh, you after some trial and error, and you know that you know some fact in the reality, and
Mm.
then you adjust your expectation to fit the reality. Yeah,
Yeah.
many people uh in the during during the past, they lose their hope, and they just they just accept everything in their reality. They lose their hope. Mm.
Mm.
Some other people not willing to face to a reality. They still have the hope. Yeah, they still have
Yeah.
the hope, but they're not willing to accept the reality. So
Mm.
there's two results. Uh, he becomes the person who hate the world. Yeah, in Chinese we have one vocab which called the 愤青. Yeah,
Mm. Yeah.
愤怒的青年,愤青. Yeah, and you hate the world, and then you have everything that you need to do, but you still need to work. You still need to do the thing that you don't like. Yeah, and you still keep trying. Yeah, and the second type of person is, yeah, they still keep trying. They still focus on the thing they want to do, and they ignore other things, and they think that if I keep focus, for example, I want to like create a big I want to become an entrepreneur, I want to create a great business, and
Mm.
I keep working on that, and at the end, yeah, but because you are working on the wrong directions, so yeah, at the end, most likely you will fail,
Yeah.
and you can't survive, and you may also become the first type of person which hate the world and hate everything. that you need to do, because at that time you need to really face the reality. And some of people is like the gem sucked out, and he still keep the hope. Yeah, he didn't forget the hope, but he faced the reality. He know the reality is very, very tough, but you still need to face it, and you still keep the hope inside your heart.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you try you try to find way to achieve your goals. For example, in the past, we think that we want to become financially freedom, and yeah, of course, nowadays we also think we want to become financial freedom. Yeah, but some of people will think, yeah, I just follow the conventional route map. Yeah, so I work until like 40, 50, or 60 years so I can retire. And yeah, and you can do some experiments, and this is something just my thoughts. I haven't do that. I haven't asked any people. And if you try to ask some old men when they are young, do they have the ambitions they want to retire earlier? For example, retire at 30 or retire at 35. Yeah, and is it over time? The age that they say that they set to themselves keep increasing. So, for example, now they are 20 years. Now they are 20 years old. So they set themselves they want to retire at 30, and when they are 25, and they extend the years from 30 to 35.
Yeah.
And when they are like 30, and then they extend the year from 35 to 40, and when they are 35, yeah, so it keep increasing, and then at the end when they are old, yeah, so they retire at 60 or 65. Yeah, so it is something like you become the person that you wish not to be. Now you can try to ask maybe your parents or some old men. I'm not sure, but I yeah, but I feel that I can feel that. Yeah, and I also don't wish to become that type of person. And yeah, but we have to face the reality. So maybe in the past we think that we want to become financially freedom is we want to earn a lot of money. Yeah. But is there any other way for you to become financially independent? Yeah, there is, right. And for example, live like the John Jandai. So there's another way. So you can keep searching some other ways and keep thinking. So you are not going you're not going to have the one way thinking. You can have many ways. Okay, so yeah, this is my sharing for today.
Yep. Yep. And yeah, I don't know whether after maybe after 5 years or a few years, yeah, I think maybe for you, the days that you went to Singapore, you work in Singapore, you live independently by yourself, could also be one of the treasure memory, right?
Yeah, right.
All right, so yeah, I have nothing to add in for today.
Okay, so that's all for our today conversations. How do you feel? Did you enjoy the conversations? Please tell us what you think of our conversation. And we are not native speakers. If you found any vocabulary mistake that we made, please also comment to let us know, because we want to learn more and improve ourselves. Remember to like, subscribe to us. Thanks for watching. See you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.